Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining today, everyone. And,
Thank you.
hello.
Hello.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So I think few more people will be joining, but let's get started. It's 9 a.m. I'm going to mute all of you. Just I'm hearing my own voice. Okay, so all of you are muted. If you have a question or if you would like to say anything, please do unmute yourself. And what is the one thing that we need to do? Is whenever I ask, will you destroy and uncreate it? All of you have to say yes. So you can either say yes in your head or you can say yes out loud and allow the energy to change. So today morning, are you willing to change your life? Yes?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all boys and beyonds. Okay, so where would we like to go today? Please ask any questions whenever you feel like. Okay, cool. So let us start with, would we like today to be greater than yesterday? Would we like something today that's better than yesterday?
Yes.
And how do we do that? What's the easiest way to do that? The easiest way to do that is not to think of yesterday, because as long as I remember yesterday and I compare yesterday with today, there will always be something in my mind telling me that maybe my past was better. And if your past is better than your present, if any moment of your past is better than your present, then we're truly not living. We are still in the past. Right? So let's just ask ourselves today, be very truthful with yourself. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. You can post the answer on the chat or you can keep it to yourself. That is up to you. If I would ask you truth, which is the best moment in your life? Truth, which was the best moment in your life? What would you say? And be very honest. There is no right or wrong answer, but truth, which is the best moment in your life? So just take 1 or 2 minutes, and if you guys would like to share, please do share it on the chat. You can also unmute yourself and say what it is, or if you would like to keep it to yourself, that is also fine. Okay. So truth, which was the best moment in your life? Would anyone like to share something on the chat? Let me open the chat.
When you say best moment, Nithya, if you can just a little bit elaborate. One particular moment, or like.
Yes, which the one particular moment, which was the best moment of your life? I'm going to give everyone just 1 more minute to go there. Which was the best moment or moments in your life? If there is more than one, that's also fine. Ah, that's so nice. Getting an answer, someone says, when I saw my daughter the first time, moments I spent with my kids, a vacation in Miami, the look of unadulterated joy on my parents' face when I have a surprise visit, when my son was born, when I cleared my CA exam. Okay. So now I'm going to just change points of view. You would have realized that when you start changing your thinking, your life changes. So the first thing to notice, if my best moment was in the past, I'm still in the past. I'm not in the present. Okay, experience of nature at Munnar. So this moment when you guys are with me, I know I'm manipulating you, not manipulating, but I'm just putting it in your head. This moment that you're hearing me is your best moment. And the next moment when you continue hearing me will be your best moment. So every moment in the present has to be our best moment. Then we are living. If we can still refer to the past as our best moment, and if some of you say the nature, experiencing nature, and right now we're not in a nature setup, and if some of you say that when I saw my daughter, those moments are over. But if you still hold to them as your best moment, this moment becomes lesser. When this moment becomes lesser, we're not present, we're not making the best of this moment. So the best way and the easiest way to have the best of life every moment is not to refer to the past. And never use the word best moment. That was a trick question when I asked you which is the best moment or which was the best moment. This is not a statement that we should ever make. We don't tell the universe that this was my best moment when I cleared my exam, when I experienced nature was my best moment. Because when we say this is the best, we judge that moment to be the best. Anything else that comes after will be only lesser. We are not allowing the universe to give us anything better than what we've decided is the best. Okay, so that is when this access tool is there, called how does it get better. I never say anything is this is the best, or this is my dream come true. I always say how does it get better. When something great happens, when something good happens, always say how does it get better. So one, we acknowledge that something good has happened, we are grateful for that. Two, we're also keeping ourselves open to receive more. Right? So everywhere you can still reference to any event of your past as the best moment in your life. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Okay, all of you can say yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, Radhika got the right answer. She said now, since I am breathing. So what can I be here to today? To be in the present and to acknowledge that the present is my best moment, and there will be more and more better moments that show up. And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive this, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And what if the best is yet to come? And what if you don't know what is the best yet? Isn't that so exciting? Doesn't that, it gives us the adventure of living. It gives you, wow, the best is yet to come. What more can I experience in life? What more can life give to me? So what?
Yeah, Nithya, my answer was kind of that, yet to come. I was like very hesitant to tell that.
No, don't be. Okay, there are no right or wrong answers. So yes, best is yet to come. And we
We are
just,
writing gratitude, right? So
yes,
that is one way.
one way for what, ma?
Best moments coming.
Yes, yes. So thank you for bringing that up, Sangeeta. So I had told Sangeeta, all of you also can do this, to maintain a gratitude journal. Every night before you go to sleep, you can write 10 things that you're grateful for, and what you would like in your future. Also, you can write that. So 10 things that I'm grateful for today, and 10 things I would like. If I would like a job, for example, I say I'm grateful that I have a job, that I have a great job that pays me well. I write it always in the present tense. Whether it is yet to come or whether it's already come, I always write gratitude in the present tense. This, if I do it before I sleep, my mind, my mind is like the soil, right? I have to plant the seeds. And whichever seed you plant is the same seed that will grow, okay? So let's not plant an orange seed and then expect a mango tree to grow. That doesn't happen. So the best seeds to plant are the ones of gratitude. So when you write that gratitude, you're planting so many seeds of abundance, so many seeds of your dreams into your mind. And dreams will actualize, but it takes time to actualize. So how do we actualize them? We have to nurture the soil. We have to plant the seeds. We have to nurture the soil. We have to take the actions. So these are the different things we do to manifest what we desire in life. In Access, instead of manifest, we use the word actualize. So all of you can do that, just for the fun of it. Focus your life on gratitude. Even if you're breathing today and nothing else is there, you can say, I'm grateful that I'm breathing. Even if you have enough food today, you can say, I'm grateful that I have food today. There's so many things to be grateful for. And the more we are grateful for things, we open up our receiving. You open up your receiving for better things to come. The universe kinds of looks at you and says, oh, this person is grateful, let me give them so much more to be grateful for. So much more to be grateful for. So what level of presence with gratitude can I be today to attract so many things to be grateful for with so much ease, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What can we be or do different today to shift my reality? To shift my reality into something greater than even what I, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Yes, Sunina, you have a question? Please do ask.
Yes, hey Nithya, just some clarification. There's just something didn't resonate with me. Like when you say the best is yet to come, doesn't that also, just like how we are not supposed to compare it to the past because then we are judging the current moment, then does that mean we are judging our current moment as not the best when we say the best is yet to come?
There's the energy with which we say it. It's not it's not about the exact word. So I have to say it without a point of view about the past. I will be in there's a state called interesting point of view, which is similar to non-judgment. So I don't go into the past. I don't even refer anything. I don't even refer the what is happening here, and then I say the best is yet to come. Then it's okay. But if I look at the past and say everything was bad and it didn't work and nothing happened, and then say the best is yet to come, that reduces my power of the creation and what the universe can give me. And that's why the easier thing to say is, how does it get better than this? Instead of the best is yet to come, we can always say, how does it get better? Even how does it get better? It works. If something really bad happened, and I go, oh my God, I'm upset. How does it get better? How does it get better? How does it get better? But I'm so upset. It will still work. Something better will show up. But if I'm not upset and I'm in so much non-judgment with whatever happened, and I say, okay, how does it get better? Then it works even better, and things magically beyond what you can imagine shows up, because the universe listens to your energy, the vibrations of your energy more than your words. And maybe you can cheat yourself, you can cheat everyone else, but you cannot cheat the universe. So if I'm saying how does it get better or the best is yet to come with so much judgment and so much reference to the past and without believing in it, it may not work. It will take a lot of time to work, and it'll work. You'll keep on repeating and repeating and repeating, and the one day you believed it for maybe 10 seconds or 20 seconds, it will work. So the faster and easiest way is, what if I can just believe it for the fun of it? What if I can just trust the universe for what it is and ask it with that energy? Does that make sense, Sunina?
Yes, got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so what can I be or do different to let go all my references to my past to make this moment the best moment in my life? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I can still reference to my past, whether it was good or bad. I'm still willing to let that go to create something greater in my future. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it on? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Because even if the past was good and I spend my time saying my past is better than the present, I'm losing this moment. Even if my past was bad and I'm spending time there saying my past was so bad, I'm still losing this moment. And the trick is, this moment you have a choice. This moment, if you choose to be happy and grateful, your future shifts. You're planting a different seed. And when this new seed grows, it grows into something different, into a different reality, right? Okay. And to make this moment the best, what should we do? Be in this moment. So what can I be or do different to always be in this moment and to perceive what will create a greater future for me and follow that perception with so much ease and fun? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. You know what to do. You are going to, let's say we're builders and you're going to build your future. We're sculptors. We sculpt our future. Now, it will not show up exactly the way you desire. but it'll show up in better ways. That's the beauty of life. So let's not decide how it will show up. If I would like to get a job, let me not decide this is the company, this is the salary, this is the job I would like. Instead, let me ask the universe to give me something beyond my imagination. And then when you're planting that seed, something greater than what you think will show up. And sometimes it doesn't look that good. It doesn't look like this is my dream company or this is the job I wanted. But whatever comes your way, there will be a gift in it. For example, there was one person who was looking for a job, and when she was saying this is the company I want, but then I gave her some clearings, and then she got a job in another company. Maybe it was smaller than the one she wanted, but it gave her so much flexibility. She could work from home. She didn't have to move to Hyderabad. She could take care of her kid. So the universe knows all aspects of you and takes care of all those aspects. So that is when we allow the universe to gift us. And what does the universe gift us? Infinite resources. There is no lack to what the universe can give to you. It can gift you infinite resources. So the lack is where? In the mind. Whether you have a reality of not enough money or not enough happiness or not enough, whatever we call it, not enough of yourself. Where is the lack? It's not from the universe. And it may not also be from your being, or it's not also the truth of who you are. But where is it from? It's usually from your mind. And it is actually not even your mind. Since all our minds are connected, we pick up. Hey, Ved, we pick up from others. So when you pick up from others, it could mostly be from them. Okay, so how many of you would like to be happy? All of us?
Yes.
And then there is this beautiful saying called being yourself. How many of you always look at the other person and you've compared, or you're in the past and don't know exactly who you are? Okay, and anyone like that, or everyone is clear as to who we are? Okay, cool. Thank you, Sunina. So why are we not clear? I will tell you one truth. When you're being yourself, everything will feel good. Life will be light. That is the only way you know whether you're being yourself. When things are light, you're being yourself. And when things are light, you attract more lightness, you attract more greatness. So what are light energies? Happiness, gratitude. These automatically make us feel light. Anything else may or may not make you feel light. So what can I be or do today to truly be the light of myself? What can I be or do today to be the true lightness of who I am? And yet create something greater for me and everyone else. And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. A truth always feels light. And we're all here actually to live the truth. That's what I understood. We're all here to find the truth and live the truth. We're not here to actually suffer or feel bad or get upset or fight with someone. We don't, those are very heavy, and that's not what we're here for. So that's why in Access there's a beautiful saying which says, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. So I take life with a lightness. And this is called morning star because we start our morning with a lightness. So are you all willing to start your day and your whole week with lightness? Yes? Okay, I can't, everyone is on mute, so I'm assuming that you're saying yes. Okay, so Nina said yes, Aditi said yes. So what can I be or do different to invite so much lightness and truth into my life so that my life becomes so much more fun and so much more easier? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And every situation that I've made more bigger than myself and that I've decided that I cannot handle this, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So let's start this week on a note of lightness and make the whole week magical. So what can I be or do different to respond and handle every situation that shows up this week with so much ease and grace that I surprise myself and fall in love with myself even more? and everything that does not allow you to surprise yourself, know yourself, and fall in love with yourself even more than what it is. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the reference points and objectives that still take me to my past and still enable me to compare my past to my present and put me down in my present. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And all the reference points and objectives that make me decide that my past was better than my present. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity and live in the present? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, what's boys and beyonds. Okay, there's one more thing. We always look at the mistake we made in the past, and then we're like, if I did not make this mistake, life would have been better. Any of you have that sort of thinking?
Yes.
Yes, Sangeeta? Okay. So, and that's why we beat ourselves up, because we know if I didn't make that choice and I made something different, it would have been different. But that is not at all true. So let's not beat up ourselves on that. The universe responds to your vibration. And as long as you are in that vibration, you cannot say that a different choice would have given you a different reality. It would have still brought you back to the same place. Because the energy you put out is what you get. So, for example, if I've had a bad marriage, and I keep beating myself saying that if I had married someone else, it would have been better. If I had not listened to this person, it would have been better. It could have been that you didn't marry this person, but you chose a different person, but you still would have more or less come to the same place, because that is the energy with which you are vibrating, and that is what you can attract. So there is no, and there's nothing that can justify that if you made a different choice, your life would have been different. That's just a lie. That's just a thought that we play in our head, that if I'd chosen something different, it would have been different. Who told you it could have been worse? There are so many possibilities. You could have landed up in the same place in different ways. And this is when I've seen in my life, not only my life, patterns. So there's this one person who has a problem with the boss at the office, and then you quit the whole office thinking the office is a problem. You go to a new office, you still have a problem with the new boss. So unless we change those patterns, we will be still stuck in more or less the same vibrations. The people may be different, who is harming you or hurting you, and that's you think someone is harming you or hurting you. The truth is no one can really harm or hurt you until you allow it. But then you're thinking, this, if not this person, something would have been better. You would have attracted someone else maybe doing the same thing. So the first thing is to understand how powerful you are and how you have created all the situations in your life. And how do you let go? How to change this pattern? Great question, Darpana. Is to first let go of the past. The more I reference to the past, I will recreate the same pattern. If I say my past was good, and my business is working well in the past, I will still recreate present being as good as what I thought the past was, and my business being good, not something greater. So that is why I've heard Gary say, anything that you want to recreate of the past is not the greatest that you can be. Okay, and how do we change these patterns? Is to let go of these patterns. So there is a word called trifold sequencing system in Access. Just get the energy of it. Trifold sequencing system is a pattern in which we keep on looping. It's like I try to get out of it. I start here, it's like a loop. I try to get out of it so hard, and I think I've got out of it. After 1 year or so, I feel, wow, I've got out of the pattern. And then in another 6 months, I get back to the same pattern. And it's even worse than what it seemed before. It seems to have expanded even more than what it was. Why? Because the universe is just telling you, you have to let go of this pattern now. And when things like this show up, the most important thing is not to be hard on yourself. Second thing is to celebrate this. So this is something, these patterns and these things that happen in life that are not so great, if we call it crap. When crap shows up, what do? We have to clean it. That's what we do with crap. You don't keep it and sit on it and cry with it and sleep with it. That's not what crap is meant for, right? It's meant for being cleaned. But what do we do when something bad shows up? We sit on it, we cry with it, we stay with it, and then we're like, how did this happen again? Right? And then you blame others. So that is taking the crap and expanding it and keeping it with yourself. So crap is meant to be cleansed. So all the trifold sequencing systems that you're using to create your life that you're choosing, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. And everywhere you're not able to be aware that what is showing up is crap, and be aware of how you can clean it and let it go with lots of ease. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what can I be or do different today to first acknowledge what is crap and what is not, and to clear it with so much fun and ease, and to let it go with so much fun and ease, so that my tomorrow is greater. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive this, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and men. Why should we clear it? Because if you don't clear it, you're keeping it with you, and then you think it's not there, but it will show up. It is still there with you only, and it keeps on increasing, and it's there, and then it manifests in, maybe if you try to run away from it for 6 months or a year or something, it does show up. It will show up again sometime, because what you've done is you've just suppressed it, and you've kept something so stinking inside your system. That is the most unkind thing that you can do to yourself and your body. So what I've learned is, whenever crap shows up, I'm like, you can just try this. Okay, more crap. With how much fun can I let it go? That's all you have to do. And the universe will show you how to let it go. But keeping anything in your body like upset, anger, even self-criticism is not good for your body. And then you will have some pain or the other. And then you will not even know why does my body have pain? Why am I feeling tired? Because you're overthinking. Body doesn't get tired. Your mind tires you. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yes, Darpana, this happens in relationships too. And you will see that you will fight with one friend and then the second friend. And then you think you don't fight with someone else, you will fight with them again. Or even if it's a marriage, you see like how sometimes the relationship doesn't work, and then you think, I have overcome it and it's gone, but then the pattern repeats. So whenever you see these repeating patterns, and this question which I'm giving you right now, please write it down or listen to the recording again and keep repeating it as many times until you see your external world change. Okay? Okay, so all the trifold sequencing systems that you have been using to create all the crap patterns that you would really not like, that you've been using to create your life, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay? And what can I be or do different to be so present this week to respond to every situation that shows up with so much ease, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive this, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And after this call, if you guys have not had breakfast, first place to start, easiest place to start. Enjoy your breakfast. Eat it with so much happiness. So what can I be or do different to enjoy the food that I eat with all my senses, and be so present that the food becomes a nurturing to my body? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, receive, that will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay. How many of us have become so mechanical that I eat something, I do some work, I sleep at this time I'm with my kid? How many of you have made life so mechanical? Now mechanics is
Yes.
for robots. Is it for us? It's for robots. Even robots are not that mechanical. Something or the other keeps changing. They have to upgrade the software. So everywhere I've made my life so mechanical that I've lost the joy of living. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys, men. Okay, I just anyone is expecting something this week that may not go well, already projecting that all these things will not go so well in this week. I have a lot of things that are showing up. Anyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. In my office.
Yeah, I got that.
Like projects and all.
So this is when we've already in the present, I'm already projecting something is not great in my future. And because I am that powerful, listen to me carefully, because I'm that powerful, I will create exactly that. And because the universe unconditionally loves me, the universe is like, whatever you want, Shweta, whatever you want, Shweta. So if you say it will go wrong, the universe is, okay, that is what you want, Shweta, I shall give it to you. Even better. So it goes not this much wrong, it goes this much wrong. Because that is how much that's how much you're projecting, how much you're powerful, and how much the universe would like to give you whatever you ask. So that's not a good combination. So let us start with letting go of our projections. Don't decide something will not work before you go there. So all the expectations, projections, rejections, separations that I've projected already and created a future that is yet to arrive, but I've already created in a way that it's not great for me or anyone else, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison yours. And everywhere I have listened to my mind and projected the worst case of what could happen. And I make that happen. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison yours. So to create something different, let us not project the worst. If you do project the worst, if that does come in your mind, immediately say, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Until you let it go. Until you feel lighter. What is true for us? Lightness. Does it feel light, Shweta, if you say something is going to go wrong in my office, things are not going to go well? Does it even feel light?
No, I start thinking too much about it.
So it's heavy. Heaviness is not the truth for us. So when you do that, let us move back into lightness. That is when you should use this tool. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. But let me, I'm going to attempt to clear it for everyone. Will you guys be here so that something new can show up? Yeah. So everything that I've projected in the future of my office work or any other work or my personal life or my family's personal life, that it will go worse than what it is today. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison yours. And what can I be or do different to respond to all the situations that show up in this week with so much ease to create something greater for me and everyone else involved? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive this, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison beyonds. So now when we do these things, we are starting change. So it's not that the situation can change, but even if it does not, let us respond. Not get upset. Let's just say, okay, how does it get better than this? Whatever happens. And then the next situation will get better. So everything that does not allow me to be the energy of interesting point of view about all the judgments that others have about me in my office place, will you now be willing to destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Strong, good, bad, pot, pock, all interest, poison, yarns. One more trick is everything has consciousness. So let me ask my office to contribute to me. What can I be or do different to receive from the energy of my office space, the energy of my business, the energy of my job, which is greater than the consciousness of everyone in? What can I be to receive from that consciousness in a way that is nurturing and contributive to me? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad.
Yes.
That's poison, man. So Shweta, interesting point of view. Get all those things out of your head. Okay. Everywhere I love to overthink and tire myself, so I have an excuse when things don't go well. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, for all nine shorts, poison. Why do we like to overthink? Overthinking is tiring, guys. Just try thinking and thinking and thinking and see how tired your body will become. And it's even tiring, you won't even sleep. It takes out even the sleep from you. So what is the point of overthinking? And does thinking solve anything for anyone?
No.
No. And that's so funny because I work in logical stuff and writing code, and you have to think logically to get that done. Even then it doesn't work. But when I ask a question like, okay, how can I get this done? What is the best thing to get this done? Something shows up. So even those times when you've done really well, it may not, it is something beyond your logic mind that is there that will guide you. And it's easier to follow that guidance than to break your head. how many of you love breaking your head because you know your head will not physically break, but you would still like to break it? And everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all. Right, wrong, that pot, pork, all natures, poison. Approve பண்ணிட்டேன். Okay. So sorry, that was just someone just wanted to come. Yeah. So everywhere you've decided that you're not smart enough, your brain is not smart enough, that you would like to break your head so that you become smart and intelligent, but only become more tired in the process. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, poison. Guys, we've been doing this for a couple of weeks. Looks like some people are still self-critical. So what do you love about criticizing yourself so much that you get lost in criticizing yourself instead of moving forward in life? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, poison. Guys, again, I would like to tell you this, that why do we criticize ourselves? Why is it constant need for criticizing yourself? I could have done better, I should have done better, I can do much more, I should have done much more. Because you want to be better, is it not? At the core of it, you really want to be better. And at the core of it, you want to like yourself. You want to say that whoever this person is, Nithya, whoever this person is, I would like to like her. And she has to be this much better for me to like her. She has to be this, she has to be that, then I can like her. So the underlying point of view is, I don't like myself, but where do I want to get? I want to get to I like myself. So trust me, it is easier to like yourself if you stop criticizing yourself and say, with how much fun can I get to like myself even better? So what can you be or do different to have so much fun in liking yourself? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad,
Yes.
poison, beyonds. And everywhere you can see the greatness in the other person, but you can never see it in yourself. Will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, poison. So all of us have been created with equal consciousness. We're all created different. We're not the same in any aspect or any way, but with equal consciousness. So if someone else can do it, so can you. Because our parents told us before doing anything to think what is right and what is wrong. No, let's break that. Don't think what is right and wrong. Follow what is right. What do you feel good about? It creates so much more. There is nothing right or wrong. And what if it's okay if I'm wrong? I have made so many mistakes in life, guys. So many mistakes. Not one, not two. I can't even count the number of mistakes that I have made. But today I can laugh at them. And I don't remember the mistakes. Last time in office, they said, you only said to do it like this. And I was like, really? Because I completely forgot that I did that and that was a mistake. So I was like, oh, really? So let's just let the past be in the past. And then I'm like, okay, then, but you made the mistake, Nithya. I said, okay, I made it. Okay, fine. I didn't say that I'm wrong or sorry. I said, okay, fine. And they were like, what response is this? Shouldn't you be apologizing or saying you're sorry? Because it's nothing. We have a different moment today. The present is much, much more greater than any of your past. And age and time is an illusion. What if there is nothing called age? You don't age. Again, why do we age and become old and we don't have enough time? Because again, we overthink. And with age, you overthink even more. So everything that you have done to overthink so much that your body ages even faster than it actually should be, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, poisonous. What can you be or do different today to laugh at all of your mistakes and have fun with all the crap that shows up, so that this whole week is so much greater than anything you've ever seen before? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, poison notes. And what can I be to follow what is light and true for me, instead of getting into the rightness and wrongness of what I will choose? And everything that does not allow me to make a choice based on my own lightness and what will be true for me and what will create something greater for me and everyone else, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes. Nithya, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Nithya, you told like we have to take things cool. If we take things cool, no, sometimes people react. You're taking it so cool and they're getting angry.
Okay.
In such instance, like how
Okay, that's a good question.
we take cool also, they're getting angry. So this is simple for this is very cool for you. It's very simple for you. Like
Yeah,
that they react.
it's okay. They don't know a different way of living. This is when be compassionate to yourself and them. So you still take it cool, because if you don't take it cool, you're being unkind to yourself. Now they're perceiving that when you're taking it cool, it does create reactions like this, especially for people who are judgmental. Some people in my office, they're like, they just can't make out who I am. They're like, this person is cool, why is she cool for all of this? And something is not going well for all the other 15 people in my team except me. Because they're like, nothing happened. I'm like, so what, tomorrow something will happen. And then they're like, how can you be so cool? Anyway, we don't talk like this, is just energetic. But then they're like, this didn't happen. I'm like, something better will happen. And so they're like, they can't handle it. But you have a choice to be who you are, and you have a choice to control who you can be, not them. And if you are an interesting point of view about their anger, don't judge them, and just say, interesting point of view, they have this point of view and they get angered. Still remain cool, not triggered. It will slowly change over time. But if you get triggered, you react. Right now, you being cool is a response. And when you respond, it will enable things to change. It may not show up again on the same day, Sangeeta, but it will definitely change. And the first thing is for you to be cool. So when you are cool, you have taken the first step. Let us continue being cool with the second step. Let us continue handling with the third step. And slowly it will change. When you have to take one step at a time, right? Especially with others. When it's you can jump. When you have to go somewhere without anyone else, you can freaking jump. You don't have to take one step at a time. But if there's someone else involved, we have to pace with them. So one question we can ask here, Sangeeta, is what energetic contribution can I be so that they are also calm and collected, and so that they receive the energy that I have to contribute with ease. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all angels, poisonous. And the trick is, even though I'm saying I'm cool, and I'm not debating that you're not cool, but what I learned is this. I say I'm so cool, but that guy still shouted at me. Something to look at. Underneath, are you still cool? Underneath, I'm still holding something of the past about that guy. There's another layer. I've released some crap, but I've not released all the crap. And when someone shouts angry at me, what is it? It's crap, right? So let's celebrate. With how much ease can I let go of this crap too? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nations, poison, beyonds. Because the universe, the external system, and others, mostly, it may not be 100%, but 99.9% of the time, is just give you a feedback of what you're thinking about yourself. So if there's one part of me that is angry at me, which I've even forgotten, but it is there deep within, the other person tends to get angry with me. I allow it that way. So whichever part of me is still separated from me, is still angry with me, which allows others to get angry at me, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all
Yes.
nine. And what can I be as an adult of today to be there with that part of me that is still angry, that is still upset, in a way that no one else has been there before, so that that part gets all the love that is required for it to integrate with me and never separate from me again. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive this, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poison, beyond. Sometimes people are like, they say they're angry at me and this, and sometimes I just laugh at it and say, I made someone angry. Okay, how does it get better? Not that I want to do it again, but for this one moment, okay, how does it get better? Because you actually don't make anyone angry or hurt or happy. That's not in your power. It's in their power. So everywhere I think that I can make someone happy, or I have the power to make someone angry, or I have the power to make someone upset, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online shots, poison. It's completely them, their story, and they are functioning from their crap and their past. So even if you don't mean anything, they can get triggered. That is also there. But the best way to solve this, come back to ourselves, and you don't get triggered. If it takes two people to make a drama. So even if they get angry, you still remain cool. After one point, they will stop. Anyway, you're not part of the drama, so you have stopped. And whether they stop or don't stop doesn't matter. What matters is how you have got out of it. So let's do this. Everywhere I love to invite so much trauma and drama in my life, and I love to replay all the TVs and all the movies and all the serials that I've seen in my life. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine choice, poisonous. Life doesn't have to be so hard as you see in those soaps, all the TV serials where people keep fighting and then people keep getting angry and people react. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be so much easier. So everything that I've picked up as a kid from my parents, from my neighbors, from my teachers, from all the TV serials and shows that I've watched, which I know is not real or true, which I would really not like to create. And because I would not like to create it, I'm recreating it. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, poison, plants. Even what our parents told us, if we align and agree to it, then it becomes who we are. If I resist and react to it, it still becomes who we are. If I say, my mom, she's nagging all the time, one thing I don't want to do is become like my mom. I will not nag my son. You will end up doing that, and unconsciously. And then one day, your son will come and say, you're just as bad as your mom. And I remember my mom keeping in saying, I will not become as nagging like my grandmother. My grandmother is nagging. So my mom is like, I'll not become like her. I'll not become like her. I'm not become like her. And she's as nagging as my grandma now if I look at her. So where did that come from? Because when I resist and react, I will create that. And this is when this word of non-judgment is very, very important. Don't align or agree with what anyone says, whether it was your parents, whether it was your teachers. Don't resist or react. What does a resist or reaction mean? If I resist, when I say I don't want to become like this, I'm resisting it so much. So all my energy is here on not becoming that. Because all my energy is on not becoming that, that is exactly what I become. So when you say I don't want something and you resist something, that is also an invitation to invite that energy into your life. So let me not have any point of view about aligning or agreeing or resisting or reacting to any situation. Okay, so all the resistance and reaction that I'm holding on to make sure that I don't become what I don't want to, but the very reason because I hold on to it propagates me to invite that energy into my life. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So
Nithya-
all the points of view, one second, Makanika. All the points of view that I've bought from my parents, from my family, from all the TV serials I've watched, and from any other lifetime, to align or agree or resist or react to everything. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all, and function from non-judgment, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys, boys. Yes, Kanika, were you asking something?
Yeah. Nithya, I have a question regarding, a creation basically.
Okay.
So, there've been like fantastic ideas about what I want to create in terms of some telecalls, and these ideas are like every day a new thing pops up, So, but the only fear, I know fear is a distractor, but there I still have that fear. The fear of actually doing it alone. So I always require like a partner or some other person along with me to facilitate or to venture with me in this class. So can you just clear me out? What is it that's not allowing me to venture myself all alone? Whether even one person shows up or 10 people show up, I don't care. But at least that fear thing is there, that I want somebody with me, or I want a person who can co-create with me. But
Okay.
whereas I want to do it alone sometimes,
Okay, which one is you, Kanika? The one who wants to do it alone or the one who wants to always co-create?
So, so I desire to do
So
it
let me,
alone.
1 second. Both cannot be you. They're opposing thoughts. One says I'll always co-create with others. One says I want to do it alone. So they're completely opposing. Let's get that. Contradicting thoughts.
Yes,
You
they are absolutely.
both cannot be. Which one is you?
I love to co-create,
Okay.
but not everybody would, so some days it's okay to co-create, some days the other person wouldn't agree. So that's where I get stuck. My ideas start getting depleted if somebody doesn't co-create with me.
So what if
And
I
I
tell you
stop
this?
myself.
What if I tell you the truth that you're always co-creating with the universe? You're never doing anything alone. So even if I am doing this alone, there is something beyond. There is a partner with me. There is a co-creation happening with me. There is a universe who's my most powerful partner, who will do everything I ask better than anyone else. So am I doing this alone? Definitely not. There is something that is telling me this is the question you have to tap into. This is the consciousness. This is what you have to go. So that's why we say we are infinite beings. So everywhere you've decided that you are alone when you're doing your classes by yourself, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Good, bad, pot, pock, all nature, poison, meals. And what can I be to invite this higher consciousness be with me? And I know that they're with me when I'm creating by myself, so that I'm not alone and I still create by myself. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nature, poison, meals. So do you feel the others can facilitate better than you? Anything like that?
No.
No. So then what is the fear about?
I don't know. There's a sense of companionship, or there's a sense of, somebody along with me. It's like tag along with me types. So, yeah.
Okay, so the person who needs someone to tag along, okay, truth, how old is that person?
God. 12.
Okay, so everything you decided at the age of 12, all the decisions, conclusions, computations, judgments, separations, rejections that you made at the age of 12, that is still convincing you cannot do something when you're alone, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison, beyonds. So everything that happened to you at the age of 12 and all the judgments, decisions, conclusions, computations that you made at the age of 12, that you need someone to tag along with you, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison, beyonds. Okay. You can also go, what can I be to tag along this angel who doesn't have a body but who's always with me and guides me into higher consciousness? Right, wrong, good,
Yeah.
bad, poison, beyonds.
In
That's
fact,
also
this clearing that you made about universe always being there, contributing to you, uh, that was super light.
thank you.
I
See,
never looked at that angle. I was always looking at a person being with me with a body. So yeah, I mean, I didn't look at that aspect of
we
it.
are always co-creating with who? With the universe. That's why when I say, no, I would like to have a mango today, and it happens, and from nowhere, someone who comes as a guest gets it, and then I'm like, so that day my laptop was not working, and I didn't have time to go and give it. So suddenly I get a call, and this person says, "Ma'am, bring your laptop. I'm waiting it downstairs. I'll get it repaired." And I was just asking, I don't have time to go to take it. What will happen? What else is possible? So who is hearing that? The universe. The universe is co-creating with you every moment, and it's so powerful. Just wants to give you what you ask. Now if I go tell the universe, who's my partner, for example Kanika, I'm sitting here and my partner is right here. It's not something that's physical or anything, and hearing everything I say, but then I'm thinking, I'm alone. I'm always alone. I can't do anything by myself. I'm alone when I do this. Then I will stop that contribution, and the universe is like saying, but I'm right here. But you go, I'm alone. And after some time that partner listens to you. Okay, it's the only partner who listens to everything you say. So the only thing they want to do is unconditionally listen to you. And then it has no other choice but to say, okay, you're saying you're alone, it has to leave you alone now. And then even if you're not alone, you will make sure you become alone, because that's how powerful you are. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes. Wow.
So I've written a book called A Place Called Home, and that's how I've explained. There's a chapter on creation and co-creation, how the universe co-creates with you. You guys can take a look. It's a very simple book, 90 pages. It has some amazing stuff. like this.
So, Nithya, where is this book available? Is it there on Amazon? Or
Yes, it's
where
there
is
on
it?
Amazon. I will post the link for all of you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And super light. Thank you so much. A point of view creates a reality. So I just got that thing.
So I can't afford to say I'm alone unless you want to be. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. And let's just start somewhere. Let me everyone who thinks they're a car and needs a key to start, and they're such an old car that they have starting troubles to get started. Will you now destroy an uncreated ones?
Yes.
Yes.
And shots poison yours. And one more thing to note with all your creations is when the universe is your partner, the universe knows the right time as to when the creation should happen. And when you allow that, everything will come and fall in place like this. You don't have to go behind everything and set it up. And that's how I function a lot. If people come and find me, my book fell in place, my job fell in place. It's like things come and fall in place for me. Everything will be arranged. Like when I got this job, I didn't know that my office was like 2 kilometers from my house. I didn't know. When I went there is when I knew it was. And then the story was really amazing, as in it was a new team. There was nothing like that before. So many things. The universe will rearrange everything to make it happen for you in the best way. The problem is time. So one good thing to do is write down all your ideas. This is my idea. This is my idea. This is my idea. Call it an ask book. In your ask book, and every day or weekly once connect to that and ask, show me the right time to actualize this. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, poison news. And when you do that,
And
it will come to you at the right time in better ways. Yeah.
I mean,
You had a question?
and that's exactly what happened. So so when I got out with this idea, there were information pouring in from every corner. It's like suddenly I would get up and there would be an article on that in the newspaper. Then somebody is doing a free class on that similar topic, and I could actually attend that. So there were lists of information everywhere, and Amazon would have a sale on that book on regarding the class that I was doing. So it's crazy that the way universe will respond to your ask in the way of information and content, and yet you deny yourself just by one point that I can't do it.
Correct. And that's the thing, right? That's a pattern of receiving. So everywhere you can bake your cake, see your cake, make your cake, but you can't eat it. Will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Wrong, good, bad,
Yes.
this is all that we have, no? Especially when it is the actualization is coming so closer, the subconscious starts resisting more. And when you know that it's going to happen, you're like, maybe if it happens, then I'll actualize my dreams. Then what else will I do? And then you just stop that creation. So everywhere I'm so good at stopping my creations, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right,
Yes.
wrong, poisonous. And you have to hold that energy from the start to the end, Kanika. Like that's what I learned, from here to here. If I go from here and it's happening and suddenly it didn't happen, then it stops, then this delays. And then again I'm like, okay, let me go there. It's the energy starts increasing. And then the universe also starts doing this. But again, if you say I'm not sure I can do it, I'm alone. This is what's happening. So everywhere I'm so good at thinking into stopping my own creations instead of allowing the universe to gift it to me in better ways than I can even imagine. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poison dudes. Okay, guys, it is 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. If there is any last question, I can take it. Otherwise, we can close.
Thank you, Nithya. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Thank
You
you.
too. Everyone have a lovely week. Respond to
Thank
life.
you. It was a wonderful session. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Nithya. This was the
Could
first
we
time.
have the recording, please?
Yes, I will send the recording on the WhatsApp group to everyone.
It was
Thank
so
you
nice.
so
It was
much.
really nice. It was an eye opener.
So much, Nithya.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you
week,
so much.
guys.
This is Shruti. Nithya, thank you so much.
Thank you, Shruti.
Thanks, Nithya.
Thank you.
Nithya. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can you hear me, Nithya?
Sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, Neeta, I can hear you.
Acha, I just wanted to say that you have literally enlightened me.
Thank you so much.
I just didn't know that these are the facts, because you just made a wonderful statement that you are never alone. And thank you. I really bless you for that. I
Thank you
always
so
used to feel that I'm left alone. Now I feel, first of all, I feel you are around me, and then I feel universe
Thank
is
you
with
so
me.
much.
I'm
Yes.
so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
So happy to hear that. You guys are never alone. You always have support. So, and if you don't want that support, it's even better. And I don't have a need for support, it's even better. It comes even better. So cool. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great week. Let's start responding to life and becoming more happier and lighter.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.